Hey guys, JayDYGO here, and we're back with a new deck profile. I'm giving a quick shout out to SaintMarcuz. He is the guy that taught me all about this deck, helped me get through locals. I went to 1 locals on Sunday, and I did decently well, you know, I had some rough matchups, but then I went to locals again on Monday, and I was killing it. Went undefeated. This deck is just blowout unstoppable. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I guess if you see the thumbnail, it's gonna be Despia's. So, super cool deck. You do a lot of fusion plays, of course, and I mean, Guardian Chimera is just an insane card. So, shout out to SaintMarcuz. Definitely check out his channel. He's doing a bunch of combo stuff coming up very soon, so definitely please check him out. But yeah, let's jump into the deck profile. And very quickly before we jump into the deck profile, I just want to quickly say I did not know this deck was literally the exact same as SaintMarcuz's. So I didn't intend to rip them off. I promise I didn't. I just happened to have made the exact same thing. I did watch his videos, and the only thing I did change and that I noticed after it was I did copy the comedy. I had called by in its place, but now it's comedy because I thought it was better. I do explain it a little bit, but hey, sorry again if it's just too on the nose, but back into the video. So starting off, of course, we're playing 3 Aliber. Aliber is super awesome. On normal or special summon, you get to add a branded spell or trap. So right now you're adding branded in red, but once the structure deck drops for Fallen of Albaz, you're going to be adding branded fusion, which lets you use materials from your deck and you make Albion, and then you banish those things and make Dragoon. So super, super crazy. And for folks that have been wanting to play the deck but don't want to drop an insane amount of money, luckily I only paid 30 for these way back when Dawn of Majesty dropped. I think a few weeks after it dropped, actually. It's getting reprinted in Ghosts from the Past too, so definitely more accessible for folks and gets the deck out there and a lot more folks can play it. Next, I'm playing 3 Despia and Tragedy. So Tragedy is super awesome because if it's into the graveyard or banished by a card effect, you get to add a Despia monster. So what you mainly do is you Foolish Burial Despia and Tragedy, or you send it off branded opening. You can banish it from as a fusion material with branded in red, and you always get to add a Despia monster. So super awesome, and I will be doing some combos at the very end of the video, so definitely make sure you check those out. And for the rest of the Despia monsters, I am playing 1 Dramaturge, 1 Ad Libitum, and 1 Despian Comedy. So, super cool. I only play 1 of each of these. Dramaturge, if it's used as fusion material from hand or field and is engraved or banished because of it, you can special summon it back. And then if a fusion, synchro, exes, or link monster is special summoned while it's on the field, you can target an effect monster on the field and negate its effect. So, super awesome. Monster negate comes back. Very awesome. Then Ad Libitum, if it's sent to grave or banish as fusion material from hand or field, of course, the same thing. You get to revive a Despia monster or a level 8 or higher fusion monster. So if someone gets rid of your DPE, you can bring it back with Ad Libitum, and that's very convenient. It came up in a game, and that was just, their reaction was priceless because they're like, I just got rid of that. And with Despian Comedy, I actually wasn't playing it. I watched SaintMarcuz's video, and I was doing some test hands with it afterwards, and I just kind of figured this would probably be the best way to do it from now on. So I was running Called by the Grave, but with this, it kind of works the same way. So when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a face-up Despia card, so it doesn't even have to be a monster, quick effect, you can discard this card to negate that effect. So if someone tries to Veiler or Imperm your Aliber, you can discard Comedy, and then you still get to activate Aliber's effect. It has a really useful graveyard effect too, so quick effect, you contribute a fusion monster, special summon this card back. So it's really great to tag out fusion monsters when you're trying to use their effect and your opponent tries to stop it. If that card targets, just swap out the monster and you get your fusion monster's effect, and you get Comedy back on board, so super awesome. Moving on to the branded spells, I'm playing 3 Branded Opening. This card is awesome because you discard for effect, and then you can take 1 Despia monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it in defense. You are locked in the fusions the rest of the turn, but you mainly play fusion, so that doesn't matter. Next, of course, I'm playing 3 Branded in Red. This card is awesome as you pretty much fusion on your opponent's turn. And what you do is you target a Despia or Fallen of Albaz in your graveyard, and then from your hand or field, you get to banish those materials and then fusion summon a level 8 or higher monster. So what you mainly are doing is making Guardian Chimera on your opponent's turn, either popping 2 cards and drawing 1 card, or popping 1 card, drawing 2 cards. So usually you're going to dig into more hand traps because I play 9 in this. I may be upping it, I may cut some. 9's been pretty solid with me, so I may keep it on that. But yeah, Branded Red, super awesome. And then very last branded Despia card is Despia Theater the Branded. And what this does is during your main phase, you can fusion some level 8 or higher fusion monsters from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. So another polymerization, but really cool effect is also if a face-up non-fusion fairy monster leaves the field by an opponent's card effect or is destroyed by battle, you can target a level 8 or higher fusion monster in your graveyard and then special summon it. So it can recur and bring back your DPE, any of your other monsters as well, and it's always super helpful. Alright, and that wraps it up for the Despia Theater package. Let's move on to the next part of the deck. And of course I'm playing the Patchwork engine, so 3 Patchwork of course, helps me get a monster and then polymerization to hand. 3 Edge Imp Chain, I was doing 2, and then I was doing 3 of these and 2 Patchwork, but I like to max it out now, just kind of better chance to see something at least. And of course I am playing 3 polymerizations as well. I have 2 secrets and then 1 alternate super rare. Don't like that I have a mixed match rarity in that, but I had these secret rares from a very long ago Dark Edition deck profile that was awful, and then I just found this in my bulk, but hey, it works. I love how this one looks. If this had a secret, I would buy that for sure. But yeah, that is the Patchwork engine for you, so max it out 3, 3, and 3. And of course I'm playing the Fusion Destiny engine as well, so 2 of those. And of course the new standard package for this deck is 2 Malicious, 1 Denier. So that's the 2 engines I have right there, so Patchwork engine, Fusion Destiny. And then from there, I'm playing 3 Super Poly. Super Poly is great, this deck can abuse it like crazy, and then the people I were playing against had boards that were just perfect for this. And for the 1-card combo in the deck, you got the Foolish Burial, which is Masquerade Turbo. So you send Tragedy, add Aliber, normal Aliber, add Brandon to red, set Brandon to red, or activate it then, and you make your Masquerade. And that wraps it up for the spells for the deck, and then I have hand traps, of course. I am playing 3 Ash. Ash is super good, and then because you can fusion with this just because you need a monster in hand for Guardian Chimera, it just needs 3 different named monsters. This is perfect. So if you have too many or you know you're not going to need the Ash anymore, just get rid of it and yeah, make Guardian Chimera. Playing 3 Effect Veiler, this is great at my locals. And then I am playing 3 Nibiru. Nibiru didn't really come up in any of my matches over the 2 locals I played in, but I'm kind of glad I still ran it just because there was times where I wish I had it. Solid Combo was very prominent and then just didn't really get to Nibiru. I would side this out for Token Collector when I was going second and I know I was playing against like Brave or Sword Soul, but of course I still need to see the card and didn't see Token Collector or Nibiru, but hey, either or is perfect right there. So that wraps it up for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. Going into the extra deck, we're playing 2 Guardian Chimera. This card is insane. If you resolve Chimera, you're winning that game. And it's nuts, but you can't Super Poly for it. It has to be from your side of the field and in your hand. So you're going to use Branded in red, and you can use either 2 cards on the field, or 2 monsters on the field and 1 monster in your hand, or vice versa, you know, 1 in your 2 in your hand, 1 on the field. And then you draw for the monsters you use in hand, and then you pop with the monsters you use on field. So, you know, use 2 on field, 1 in hand, pop 2, draw 1. You use 1 on field, 2 in hand, you pop 1, draw 2. And its other effect is really nice too, because if you have polymerization in the grave, which you will about 90% of the time, they cannot target it with card effects. So a striker matchup was really funny because they kept trying to Widow Anchor, and even though I've told them 100 times you couldn't, or they tried the impermit, it's like, you can't because I have poly and grave. Moving on, we are playing 3 Masquerade. That is one that hasn't come in yet. I was only playing 2 the last 2 days, but a 3rd one is something I really am going to push for. I made 2 and it was great, but there was always times where it's like, I want to spit a 3rd one and really make them think or just scoop. And then moving on to the Despia fusions, I'm playing 1 Proskinian and 1 Quertus. This card is nuts, so that Cyber Dragon matchup was perfect for this card. You can also make this with a Nibiru or Effect Veil in your hands as well, and that will help you get to that. But yeah, so pretty much quick effect, you can target a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, or special summon it to your side. You're probably going to be special summoning it to your side if it's like a DPE you just beat over. And then it has the other effect too, if it destroys a monster by battle, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack or defense, whichever one is higher. And then with Quertus, this card is really cool too. During the main phase quick effect, you can change the attack of all monsters currently on the field to 0, except level 8 or higher fusion monsters. So you can randomly push for OTK and they will not see that coming. And then moving on from there, I am playing 2 Destiny heroes. We are playing DPE and Dangerous. And then I have Super Poly targets. I am playing 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, 1 Dragos Tapelia, and 1 Starving Venom. And then I am playing 3 Link monsters for the very end of it. I am playing 1 Anima, 1 Dark, and then the Vert Anaconda, of course. So this is really great because you can steal the DPE, which has come up. I just stole someone's DP after it went to grave, and I just kept it. But yeah, that wraps it up for the main deck and extra deck. Let's go on to the combos part. And before we move on to the combo part of the video, if you guys enjoyed it so far, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I'm going to be doing another big tournament, and I got some really cool prizes lined up already. And don't forget to check out SaintMarcuz's channel. He's going to be uploading a lot more Despia type stuff. But yeah, make sure you check out his channel, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for him too, and then, of course, for your boy here. So I'm going to be showing you 2 combos. I'm going to be showing you the combo I was doing at my locals, where I pretty much get 2 Masquerade, and then I'm going to show you a combo that I learned from SaintMarcuz, and that's pretty much getting Dangerous, DPE, and then you go into a Chimera on your opponent's turn. But yeah, let's start off with this combo. We're going to do Patchwork and then Tragedy. So you're going to go Patchwork, you're going to add your Edge Imp and your Polymerization. There we are. I just leave this face up for now. It's not going to really bother anybody, but from here you'll activate Poly, you'll send these 2, and you make your first Masquerade. Always make it in defense. A lot of folks are Lightning Storming, and that caught me by surprise, completely forgot, and then I put in defense next game, and I got him. So yeah, defense for sure, and then you'll Chainlink 1 Tragedy, Chainlink 2 Edge Up Chain. You're gonna want to add your Aliber, so make sure you do that. And then right here, you're adding your another Patchwork for the follow-up, and then Tragedy resolves, you add your Aliber. You normal summon Aliber, Aliber effect, add Branded in red. And if your hand's really good, you could go ahead and activate it now, and let's say you open a second one, that'd be great. I like to set this, so that's going to be set. I'm just going to keep it face up just for the purpose of this combo video. You pass to your opponent, they're like, okay, he didn't do much. You could have, 3 other hand traps and then this, and that's perfect. Your opponent draws, activate Branded red, you add your Despia and Tragedy, and you banish it and Aliber from the field. I'll put it down here, and you make your second Masquerade. And then, of course, you will activate Tragedy, and you add yourself another Aliber or whatever you're missing. And yeah, so they're now having to pay 1,200 life points to activate card effects. So they have a very small window on getting rid of this. So unless they have, 2 Imperms they want to get rid of, they open Regeki, they got it. If they can clear the board, that's cool. But let's hope they don't, and they just have to pay for everything, which is hysterical. But yeah, super easy first combo. You'll see it a lot, mainly because you're running so many of the Patchwork cards, and you're running 3 Tragedies or 3 Alibers, so you'll see either or and kind of get to this exact board. But yeah, let's move on to SaintMarcuz's combo. And for SaintMarcuz's combo, you're going to end with a DPE, Dangerous, and then you're going to go into Untargetable Chimera on your opponent's turn. So, another 2-card combo. You're going to go ahead and start off your Fusion Destiny. You're going to send your Malicious and Tragedy. So let me send Tragedy, and we'll send the Ultra Rare Malicious first. Go ahead and then spit out your Destiny Hero Dangerous. And everyone's gonna be like, well, what's going on here? Anyway, but you'll see. It's really cool, and I couldn't believe this was a combo, but I'm so glad I found that video, and let me tell you, it worked so well, and a lot of folks were kind of thrown off that I ended on a board like that, and then went into Guardian Chimera. Anyway, so activate Tragedy's effect, because it was sent to grave. By card effect, you're gonna add your Aliber. From here, you're gonna activate Dangerous' effect, you're gonna pitch your Edge Imp Chain, and it's gonna send another Destiny monster, and you're going to be sending your Denier. I may have said Despia, but I meant Destiny. I actually don't know, but if I said Destiny and I corrected myself for no reason, that's hysterical. Anyway, now activate Edge Imp Chain's effect. You're going to add yourself your Patchwork. Wow, all my cards are like shown right up the bottom. That's pretty neat. Alright, from here, activate your Patchwork, and you add yourself your Polymerization and your other Edge Imp Chain. I mean, your hand's dependent is always going to kind of see what it is, but I mean, 2-card combos in a deck like this, and you end on crazy boards and go into crazy monsters is always super nice. So we'll go there. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and normal summon Aliber effect, add your Branded in red. So you are locked only into Destiny Hero monsters from here, so you can't actually go into Masquerade right now. You can potentially do it on your opponent's turn, but you can also go into Chimera, which is probably what you want to do to make sure your opponent can't continue. From here, you're going to activate your Malicious effect. You're going to banish it, and then special summon another Malicious. So Malicious hits the board. Go ahead and activate Denier. Denier's effect will bring itself back. Then Denier, when it's specialed, will put your other Malicious that you just banished back on top of the deck. Activate your Polymerization, getting these 2 back into the grave, and you make yourself DPE. Now that Poly's in the grave, this does set up your Chimera play. From here, you can banish your Malicious one more time. Don't you just love that? Get this on the field, and set your Branded in red. And from here, you play the game how you want. If you have more cards you can set, or if you have hand traps, that's even better. Remember, we only used 2 cards, and this is what we ended up with. So, when your opponent gets to a crucial part of the board, you're going to use Branded in red. You're going to pick up your Tragedy. Then you're going to use Tragedy, and you can use your Malicious, your Aliber, or your Dangerous on field. Do what you want. Mainly because Aliber, I would like to banish it, but because it touches a low defense, I would banish it and Aliber. Dangerous can stay on field. It's really whatever you want to do, whatever you kind of want to get rid of. These 2 are probably what you're going to banish. So yeah, you can banish 1 from hand and then 2 on field. And I'll put my banish actually over here, just because it's a lot easier for this video, because my mic is like right in front of my face on this side. And then you make your Guardian Chimera. So Guardian Chimera Chainlink 1, and then Tragedy Chainlink 2. You're going to add another Aliber. Remember, it's hand dependent, so if you get something else, you know, if you already have like what you want, get something else. Guardian Chimera will then pop 2 cards, and then you're going to draw 1 card. Alright, cool. I mean, I didn't really shuffle that well, but, you know, and my other Edge Imp chain is completely fine. Yeah. But, of course, vice versa, too. You could have banished Tragedy in the first Edge Imp chain, and then just the Malicious, and then you pop 1 card, draw 2 cards. But yeah, super awesome combo that I learned from Marcus. This combo helped me out a ton, and then that, of course, still leaves your DPE. You pop 2 cards. They can't target your Chimera because you have Poly in grave. And you just added another monster for a follow-up play. This deck is super fun, and it's this good without the Albaz structure deck, so once that comes out, this deck is going to be more insane. You probably won't be running it this exact way. You're going to be adding your Branded Fusion and then Albion and stuff in the extra deck, of course. Dragoon too. But yeah, right now this deck is super fun. A lot of folks are still kind of confused about what to stop, what to hit. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Get us to 1,000, we'll do that tournament. And of course, check out SaintMarcuz's channel. Leave a like, comment, subscribe to his stuff as well. He's going to be posting more Despia stuff, and I know it's all going to be super awesome. Alright, thank you guys. Have a good one.